Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Excited to see everybody. Right. Well, I will have a guest this evening, and they will come in when they get a chance to come in. They are at church this evening, so they're going to sneak out of church and come and visit with us. So as soon as they're here, I will bring them up and they will join us. Welcome in. You're so funny. You're so funny, Okie. I just want some of those pancakes, by golly. I'm a pancake chick, but these days I have to really make my own. The processed ones just, yeah, can't do them. Hey, Rhonda, welcome in, welcome in. So we'll get everybody in here, and as soon as my guest comes, I'll bring them up. Might be 30 minutes in, possibly. Did you do a video on that, Okie? Hey, Howie, good evening. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Okie Grower, welcome in. Hello, Twin Brook Acres, welcome in. Hey, Scratch and Pete's and Booby Goats, welcome in. There are a lot of good friends in here tonight. Yeah. So what has everybody been up to? Of course, you know me. I'm always on the on the fight for our rights and stopping things from happening. And hello, Be Strong Like Grizzly. Welcome in. Baby goats. Oh, cool. Do you have a trouble with the predators, baby goats? Hey, welcome in, Ruby and 22Q Cat. Welcome in. I have not had trouble with predators because I got mine in a pretty good sized run and they are watched. I don't leave them out and I don't free range them. I do have a chicken tractor though. So, yeah. But I'm either out with them or I have it to where I can see them. I'm pretty protective of mine. I've not lost any, but we have some pretty good sized predators here. Oh yeah. It's good to see you guys. Yeah, Okie, I'm predicting 2K here in about 4 months. What do you think? Do y'all think Okie's Eden will be at 2K in 4 months? I think so. And feel free to share links. This is what, we're family here. I couldn't find Amy going live earlier tonight. So, hey, Down Home Misty and Debbie Drog. How are you guys? Welcome in. I will have a guest. She's in church, so she probably might come toward the middle because she has to sneak out of church to join the live this evening. So I feel very blessed and honored to have her do that. But she has some great information to share with everybody. And I think it doesn't just count for Oklahomans either. Russian Wind Mountain, good to see you. So good to see you. Okay, I will do that. I can't do it right now, but I can before the next one. Misty, I got to watch, I ran 3 of your lives, 2 where I was signed in and 1 where I wasn't. So, oh, Debbie, you don't know Scratch and Pete? He is absolutely a sweet guy. Very sweet. Yes. His channel's fun. And how are you today, Debbie? So my guest will be here. They're in church right now. So they're probably going to be maybe toward the middle of the live stream. Oh gosh, Misty. You know that is going around everywhere. Everybody is getting sick. Oh, so we have a Kason in the house? That is cool. That's my grandson's name. So I was wondering, I guess this thing. Sorry about that. I still have my phone in there running. No, I normally don't. My immune system, I work really hard on my immune system and I keep it as healthy as I can, but I did get sick this year, a little bit of a cold. And just could not shake it. We were passing around the icky sickies, just feeling tired, coughing, snotty, not being able to sleep, sinus yuck, sneezing. And I know we don't normally get sick like that, so don't know what was going on there. Yeah, but she's been doing some cooking. Now, Misty, please tell me, where did you get those solar lights, those mushroom? Okay, you had some that are in the ground, you had some up on stakes. Oh, you're so cute. I've fallen and I can't giddy up. That is too cute. If I ever get the flu, it will be too bad. Oh. Hello, Cruz Bolero. Welcome in. I just have found your channel recently from Tuber Chat. And welcome in. Nice to have you here. You'll probably recognize a lot of people in here. Ooh, I hope you didn't have that, Twin Brook. That would not be good. I still have a little bit of allergy stuff, but Oklahoma is going hot, cold, very windy, very dry, to foggy, to just extreme. And Jason, we do have a low risk of tornadoes tomorrow. Hey, welcome in, Sergeant's Talk TV. Welcome in. So my guest should be coming possibly in the middle of the stream. Let me put that it. Oh, hang on. Oops. I should not hit things. Whoops. Sorry about that. I was trying to make sure I don't want to miss her coming in because she's leaving church to come in. So it might be in the middle of the live stream. That way it'll give her time to convey the message. What was I saying? Oh gosh, Debbie, no. I hope not. But I think the weather is affecting a lot of people with the allergies and such, and just yuck. Oh, wow. Yeah, they sound like a woman in distress. It's pretty frightening, to be honest. Oh, okay. Okay, so we do have a risk for tornadoes tomorrow from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. And that's for the big chunk of Oklahoma. So I'm assuming you're probably in that zone because it showed like a whoosh through Oklahoma. I'm praying against it. We do need the rain though. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and it's supposed to be really cold. Hi, Nanny Tam. Hello, Coach Juliet. Welcome in. So, like I was telling everybody else, my guest will be a little bit late. You're so funny. Thank you so much. Hey, welcome in, Traveling When It Comes. I saw you this morning. I saw you in Oki's live stream, or yeah, I guess it was this morning. Oh, and we're supposed to get temperatures drop, and then the Panhandle's supposed to get some snow. So crazy weather. Hello, Spongy Goldie. Welcome in, hun. I sure hope you get to feeling better. I know your mama will hook you up with some good soup. So feel free to, if you don't have any of these channels and you want them, just ask the mods for the link and they'll give it to you. And I know I have a bunch of friends that are live tonight. Um, so I know a few people are going to have to catch the replay. Okay, you're so funny. Oh my word. I think you get little notifications. I'm going to make sure I'm paying attention because as soon as they come into the live, I'm trying to figure out how do I know when people are in, how do I know when I've shared the link that they've come in? Because I normally have somebody join right at the beginning and I get them in before the live starts. So can somebody kind of give me some advice on that, please and thank you? So tonight is the deadline to oppose the trans source transmission lines, the great big ones. My friend sent me a text and she had told me what was concerning to her, that why she was opposing it is because where the lines are going through, there are two bald eagle habitats. And so she was concerned about that, as I am. Oh, I was having trouble just sharing my stream earlier. I was having some issues, and the internet was kind of in and out for a second. I don't know why that was going on. But how do I know when somebody's behind stage? Let's see. I guess. Well, oh really? Well, that's what they're wanting to put in, Okie Grower. They're wanting to put one in up at Covell and I think Triple X Road. And those big transmission lines are more than likely going to be heading there if you look at the path and everything. Hello, Tamara, welcome in. So as soon as my guest gets here, I will add them onto the screen and they will be given some really good information. I've invited Senator Sacchieri to come and join the live stream. She's in church this evening, so she will be here. Hopefully I won't miss her because I don't know how to find out, or I think do their picture pop up in the bottom when they join the stream? I forgot to find out about that. I wasn't sure. Wait a minute, I thought she was a moderator too. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I tell you, we already have water issues here in Oklahoma, and we have electric issues. And we all have, like, if you live in the city, they will give you days where you can water, or they will tell you you cannot water. So, oh yes, pick will pop up at the bottom. Okay, okay. I wasn't sure how that worked, because normally when I have a guest, I invite them on beforehand, and then before the stream starts, we already have them up, and then I go live. So, but I'm just honored to have her come and talk. There's a lot going on. There is just so much going on. And so um, it's important to share information. Just ran power to server racks. See, that's what I'm afraid of. And you know, being in Oklahoma, we lose power all the time. Okay, Howie, have a good night. Thank you for coming. Hey, Ginger, welcome in. Looking forward to your live stream tomorrow. It's going to be a good topic. I'm excited. Hopefully we won't have any bad weather. We have a low risk for tornado from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. Rain and a little bit of hail, maybe the size of peas or something. I'm just like, just bring the rain, forget the rest. Okay, have a good night, Okie. Try to watch the replay and get the information that'll be shared later. Or at least fast forward to where she comes in, and then you can watch that part. And take care, Jason. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That is going to be really neat. Yeah, Jason's really good with his grandson. Yeah, just bring some rain. Just leave the fire risk alone. Leave all the. That's another thing I'm concerned about the giant transmission lines, because our family in California said they had to pay to put up those big transmission lines. Well, then when I guess the Santa Ana winds come, they knocked the lines down, and that's what caused the fires. And now they're having to pay to have them buried. But they're ugly. And we have tornadoes, and we have wind here. We do have wind, and they are taking out a lot of the trees. So then that gives you other wind issues as well. So it's just, I don't think it's a good idea. And then they omit radiation, EMF, and from what I've seen on, I think it was 60 Minutes several years ago, that they have some kind of frequency or a humming noise. Yeah, they've done research, especially like with cattle running underneath them, horses, goats, sheeps. Oh yeah. And it does cause cancer, or lymphatic cancer, and all kinds of different cancers and stuff. That's just not good. It's just really not good. And I think that's why our electric bill, like I had mentioned, we got notification that our electric bill in 2025 was supposed to go up a percentage each month on top of your bill. Then in 2026, a higher percentage each month on top of your bill, and keep going until 2030, increasing that amount exponentially. Hello, Teresa, welcome in. Okay, Misty, you take care, hun. Thank you for coming in. I hope you and Spongy get to feeling better. Yeah, she's a a good cooker. She has some really good meals. So anyway, I'm concerned about them for many, many, many reasons. Plus, they're ugly. We've already got the great big windmills everywhere. They're everywhere. So if you drive down I-35, used to, you could see them way south. They've had them in for years, and it started back in the early 2000s range. Now they're through the whole state. Oh no, it increased them. Mm-hmm. It's all the big scam. It's all the lies that we've been told. Ugh. Yeah, Teresa, I was at a town hall meeting Monday, so I missed your live. I agree. Well, my friend had sent me a message. Well, no, I talked to her earlier, and she had said that they are blowing them up in other states. Like they're actually blowing them up and demolishing them. I guess some of the states that are getting rid of the green energy deal, they're getting rid of them. So I keep looking over here to make sure I don't miss her coming in. Oh, yeah. And plus, they take a lot of oil. They're just a scam. And from what I've seen on some of the videos, is when the blades start breaking down, they start shredding, and then they're throwing off all that fiberglass. Oh, and if you go down by Crescent and by the river, they're just fields of bones of them. They don't have anywhere to put them. They can't go in the landfill, so now they're trying to find places to put them. So, yeah, Okie Grower, up on, I'll find out from my friend exactly where. I had two people tell me about them. They said they're just ugly. Said it just makes them sick. Yeah, they can't be recycled. So how is that green? Can anybody kind of tell me that? Oh, that's going to be horrible. You know, that's part of the reason I fight for my kids and my grandkids. You know, if we don't take care of our earth and our states, we're going to be in trouble. There was something else. If you guys, I'm trying to think of her name. Is it Rachel Carlson or Carson? You can read her book, Silent Spring. I think we're watching it played out. Hello. Hey, Beth. Welcome in. So I'm waiting on my guest, everybody. She's in church, so she said she would, you know, come. So she would sneak out of church. So I'm trying to watch down there to make sure I catch her when she comes in. That way she can talk to you guys. There's fields of wind. Oh man. See, they're doing it in my county too. Hey Mike, welcome in. So I'm waiting on my guest to come. She's in church right now. And so she'll be here probably, I would say, halfway through the stream. Maybe even the last 15 minutes, possibly. Because she's going to have to slip out of church to come visit you guys. But yeah. Mike, did you see we're supposed to be under a low tornado risk from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. tomorrow? And Tony and I will be a guest on Not For Nothing Homestead in the morning at her crafting chat. we're going to be discussing some hugelkultur beds. I'm excited about that since I have a lot of hugelkultur beds. It's kind of a tongue twister. But anyway, I'm just waiting for her to come on. Aw, pretty flower. And then it's supposed to get cold, and then it's supposed to be warm, then cold tomorrow, and then rain, and then yes. You have a good evening, Spongy Goldie. I hope you get to feeling better, hun. Go hug your mom for me. And tell her to tell me where she got those solar mushroom lights. Those are so cute. I was watching her stream and I was like, wow, those are cute. I've got some, but mine are different. I mean, I like the ones I got, but I like hers too. I have to put that on my Christmas list for next year. Oh, from Lowe's. Okay, because that's where I got mine. Oh, really? What did I miss a comment? Let me go back here. Sorry. Oh, okay. Hey, I know a lot of people have to go eat dinner. I totally get that. Oh, really? So, okay, Teresa, I wouldn't quite understand it. Would really like to see that ball of death in the sky finally. Is that now? Y'all have to mind me. I haven't had very much sleep lately. I have been up. Probably get maybe 2 hours of sleep a night. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I saw another channel post on there. They're from Tennessee. They post that there was fog in her picture. It's kind of eerie. Oh, oh, good. I think so many people need to toss out that processed food. Some other friends were going live earlier and they were talking about getting healthy. Some of them are quitting smoking. They were tossing out the highly processed food and walking and on a health journey. I thought that was pretty neat. Because I can tell you, I can't handle the highly processed food. I just can't. Well, I keep looking down here to see when she's going to join. She didn't give me a specific time, so I apologize. See, I have to do the vegan diet because I can't do meat or dairy. And I can't do gluten. So it makes it veggies and beans and fruit, greens. But I'm okay. I live with it. Yes, because everything is. And I saw where they banned it in Italy. Oh, she's here, guys. Let's add her to the stage and welcome her in. Let's see. I just welcome in. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you. Can you hear me?
So anyway, feel free to share with everybody the importance of knowing what is going on.
Right. We're late to the game. Service Oklahoma did not publicly tell anybody that we are uploading to this state to state system in February. I discovered this as we started sending questions back and forth to Service Oklahoma. I was actually just asking other questions pertaining to Real ID itself and just some questions surrounding are we issuing them to illegal immigrants? We saw a lot with the non-domiciled CDLs getting real IDs and things like that. But anyways, upon questioning, we discovered they are uploading to a new system, which is controlled by AMVA. And I've talked about that they are going to be a third party that runs this state to state system. That's the major red flag. There's not going to be no oversight from this vendor. You cannot submit FOIAs or open records requests on them. So my concern and my only request, it's really not to stop or tackle Real ID. That ship has long sailed, but it is honoring what is in statute of Oklahoma, which is when the Real ID Act passed in 2005, the state of Oklahoma said we will offer an opt-out option to our constituents if they so choose. That's where we're at here. I'm not trying to stop anything else. Everything else at this point is going to be forward thinking. What are they going to do with this data going forward? We can talk about all that later as what's coming down the pike. Once they do get this information, really all that matters right now is we offer a choice, but we're not being given that choice. When questioned, Service Oklahoma admitted that all driver's licenses will be uploaded into this state to state AMVA RAN system, so non-compliant along with Real ID. Service Oklahoma basically admitted there is no difference between a non-compliant and a Real ID.
Oh gosh, that's scary because I opted out as non-compliant.
Right, for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care to fly anywhere anyway now with everything going on, and I don't want my data going somewhere I don't know.
Correct. That's what everyone thought whenever they opted out. They were choosing the harder path, right? I have an opt out, so it does make it a little more difficult to fly, but I fly just fine without a Real ID. So let me just put that rumor to rest. When the news tells you that you have to have a Real ID, that is not true. You can fly with other forms of identification. I think there's about 17 different types. I choose a passport, so don't let them fear you into thinking you have to have a Real ID to live in society. You don't, at least not yet.
Right?
Yeah. So that may be the goal in years to come. That's not, we can talk about all that at a later date. But today, all we're worried about is the violating of what an opt out is and not having that choice.
Yeah. So what do constituents need to do to get that negated?
At this point, I have legislation to offer a real option of opting out, but that legislation, even if it does pass this session, it will be too late. The upload is in February, and once you upload, it will be irrevocable. So the only hope really is Governor Stitt's office getting told by enough people that there's just too many questions right now on who AMVA is and what they do with our data. And that if you have a non-compliant, you don't agree with your data going outside of the state of Oklahoma.
Yes.
So I would call Governor Stitt's office and say, not worried about the semantics. I'm just worried about what is my right as an opt-out right now. And that is, I don't want my data going to another state. And this will happen if you upload my data to the state-to-state system by AMVA.
Which is not safe. We already know that a lot of things are not safe because we're getting letters in the mail for the last 2 years that our data had been breached and all of our private information is at risk, and Social Security numbers as well.
Yes, and all that data on my last video I did, all that data will be available to whoever solicits it. And because this is a multi-state, anyone that has uploaded already, many states have already started participating. It's only strongest as its weakest link. So if there is a breach maybe in another state, that's all it takes to risk privacy being breached. So while Service Oklahoma is going to say this is privacy, geared and data is well protected, they're not going to share data with private sector. They cannot guarantee this. They may be able to guarantee it at this point in time, but as we upload and AMVA becomes the one that makes the rules, Service Oklahoma either will not even know because it's not state led, it's not oversight by the state legislature. AMVA is ran by a governing membership, which I have found out is a regional membership. So it's not even a state to state basis. They don't answer to the state of Oklahoma. They answer to board members, if you want to call them that, that are regional. And there's 4 regions that covers all 50 states.
Wow, that is super scary. Not to mention, I was watching Jenny White's live stream this morning.
I gotta watch that, yeah.
And just those cameras, and people can just get on those cameras and follow you around in real time. And I got chills. I got just sick at my stomach at that. And then along with this, it's like a lot.
Yep. So you'll be told, this is not, like I just said, this is not happening. This is not going to happen, but they cannot guarantee that. And the flock cameras are a perfect example, right? We were told that your privacy would still be protected, and that is not true.
No, it is not true. There was a guy that exposed that, as you saw, and then everybody that gets a chance needs to go watch that. That was very eye-opening to me, which I think you're aware, from Logan County. We fought them in Guthrie and got them removed, which I was so tickled.
Awesome.
He wrote. So anytime I went into town, it was right there. And I felt very violated, very uncomfortable knowing that somebody is tracking me in real time. And anybody from any state can track you in real time. Is scary. Just absolutely scary.
Yep.
And then
you start crossing that with biometric data, and that's 100% surveillance. That is total. That's total. I don't know what you got. It sounds tinfoil hatty, but that's digital ID. When you can combine your data with surveillance and biometrics, it's over.
it is over. And some of the states already have the facial recognition at some
That's right.
And so I was like, that is a lot. So we're turning into China, basically. I mean,
Hope not.
I hope not either. And I'm hoping that most of us that are aware of things and fight for things like this to end it is not only for people in Oklahoma, but for people everywhere. Because I think a lot of this is all tied all over the world as things are progressing right now. Is that your opinion as well?
Yeah. And at least staying on topic of what we're discussing, AMVA does have a website. It's just aamva.org. You can go there. They have open links and discussions on what, they're working on. Digital ID is on there. They talk about, the future of digital ID. So you don't want to take my word for it that this is probably their end goal, even though, Service Oklahoma is not going to admit to that right now. It's right there on their website that, there won't be a need for a card. Biometrics will be able to do the job.
No. Yeah. And you're aware of the transmission lines we're fighting right now.
Yes, you guys are fighting good. They picked the wrong place to go.
A lot of people in our area that just like our life out here. We do not. Tonight's the deadline for the TransSource opposition. So I encourage people, even if you're not in Oklahoma, you should still oppose, because from what I understand and what I found out is we are paying for electricity for Arkansas. So the last time that some of these were built, our electricity is going to Arkansas and we're paying for it. So what's going to stop these from paying for, let's say, Texas or Kansas or Colorado? Where are these going to go? And then how many are they going to branch off?
Mm-hmm.
Because it looks like it's a pretty lengthy route.
Well, I hope you get some answers on that.
Me too.
I'd love to know those answers for sure.
Me too. Well, is there anything else that you would like to tell people a little bit about you if you want to? And that way they know about you.
Well, I just want to say thank you, Wendy, for letting me come on, and I appreciate what you do. And everyone that tunes in. I am a freshman senator. I'm going into my second session this winter, and have learned a lot in my first year. My freshman class is pretty solid, so take take some heart in that. That this is a big class, and there's a lot of us that are really there for the right reasons. So we're just learning and getting our footing, but this year should be good. I live in Blanchard, so I'm just southwest of Oklahoma City, and I'm happily married and have 3 little boys, and just up there because
Because
our
you're
budgets are bloated, and our
right.
budgets aren't going down, and our spending is out of control. We see these agencies spending, and so I'm here for those kinds of things. I'm not here to create a bunch of new law. I have no desire to. I really just want to, I don't want to say shrink government. I just want to see government do its proper role.
Exactly. Is there anybody, are you open to answer any questions in the chat?
Sure.
If anybody has any questions for her, um, feel free to ask. Um, Also, I did live in Blanchard for a while, many
Oh, there
years.
you go.
Yeah.
It's changing. It's growing.
Unfortunately, I was there for a funeral in August. So
Oh
yeah,
no.
a big change.
Yeah.
I'm a grandmother in a moment, and I'm a regenerative farmer in Logan County, and I am all about the real green
Right.
farm growing, and so all of this stuff that's going on is not good. Um, I don't see questions. I have people saying, budgets go to slush funds. The fleecing of America is happening in all states. Seems like a free for all, and I would agree with that. Um, is there anything that so in other words, I'm learning about the legislative process myself because I used to be one of these people that thought we were safe. I thought we were free. I thought so much, and I've learned in the last 40 years or 5 years just how many freedoms we really don't have and how much we are enslaved and how much we need to fix some of the government big time.
Yes, and thank you then for getting, like I said earlier, involved. It's never too late. If you think it is, it's not. You just jump in right where you're at, and be a helping hand wherever you can. Learn to read bills, or um, be up there at the Capitol, or whatever you can do for your own legislators that that you that you voted for, and are encouraging. Um, Outside of that, I was previously, before I became a senator, I was an assessor, and so people kind of take that two different ways. But I ran for McLean County assessor because I was very frustrated and didn't understand what was going on with my taxes. Knew nothing about it. Before that, I was a teacher. So I think God really pulled on my heart to take a leap and a role into something that I knew nothing about, and I learned everything about ad valorem. And I think I did a good job with my constituents. They did vote me in as their senator. So I would be happy if your people here in this chat ever have ad valorem questions. I will come to you. That is my wheelhouse. Really, is property tax. I will sit and I will walk you through all of it because that is a key that most people do not understand. And if you understand it, you actually have a lot of control at the local level.
I don't understand it, and we've had a lot of issues. For instance, we got rid of the commercial greenhouses and built movable greenhouses, and now they've come out here this last year to tax us on them, tax us on the well houses, all portable, movable structures. We are being taxed on everything that serves a purpose. I've never heard of that before, so I definitely would be interested in helping you. I did try to go to the governor's office to no avail. I went twice and didn't get any answers, didn't get any reprieve, any questions asked. I went to my local assessor's office because I was upset about some things that were going on. And basically, she said I was anti government and that I even had my state representative go with me last year, not the one we have currently, but the one that we had last session and or last term, whatever. I'm getting things mixed up. But and they just basically demonized me, bullied me, and I left there feeling just so disillusioned and disfranchised and very angry. And now I'm like, there's a fire under me to get rid of property tax now.
Well, people wonder when people are treated like that, people are wondering, why do we not like property tax? That's why, because, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That would never happen in McLean County while I was assessor. No, we would treat you guys and get your answers to you. So I'm sorry to hear that. As far as your buildings, so are you growing, do you grow marijuana? Are you
No,
go,
mm-mm.
what is
No,
it?
it's just seedlings for tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, all.
Is this just for your garden? Just for, or
It's
do
for,
you have a,
but I'm trying to, we're rebuilding from a wildfire in 2014, so it's taken me a long road back.
mhm.
We've lost orchards, brambles, grapes, everything. So we're kind of revamping the farm and starting over and dealing with all the issues from the ecosystems and all that. Um, so right now I'm building raised beds and trying to grow just the fruit and get back into my CSA, which I don't. Do you know what a CSA is?
Maybe? No? If you say what it is, I might.
I did know about it until a few years ago myself. It is community supported agriculture, and that's where people would either pay up front for your season or they pay during the season, however
Okay.
you choose to run your business. And people will buy a box of your food from you each year.
Okay.
So in the past, my people really enjoyed it. But now, I mean, I got solar food dehydrators, so I could dehydrate spices to make spices for, or dehydrate herbs to make spices for people, dry fruits and vegetables. I've redone this farm, and I didn't expect for for everybody to come out and tax me to death on this. So now I'm having to figure out how is a farmer going to make it if they're going to tax us to oblivion. I'm not on the in the medical or any marijuana because I honestly don't want the government out here. I want to
Mhm.
be left alone. I'm not growing anything illegal. My channel's on YouTube, so I'm pretty transparent. The reason I started the YouTube channel was to show people the farm that they were getting the vegetables from, the process, and
That's great.
yeah.
So if you're a farm, I would be, I mean, hopefully you have a farm um, sales exempt card. And all of your land that you're growing food on, I would think should be valued as ag. If it's not, that should be corrected in the assessor's office. That'd be a huge savings on, I don't know how much land you own. And then as far as the portable buildings go, I would push, I mean, I know I'm giving you directions and this is harder because you've already been in there and you've experienced a bad experience. So, but I would encourage you to say, well, what are the value of these portable buildings? How did you arrive at these values? Um, where is it in statute that it has to be, what did you say earlier in quotes, purposeful?
Serve a purpose. And I'm
Serve
like,
a purpose. Where is that at in statute? I would ask. But every assessor kind of has their own purview on how they want to be an assessor. They can be hardcore and tax your driveway and your fence and everything but the
yeah,
kitchen sink. I never did that. I really didn't want to be there any more than I had to be. And I always worked with people when it came to things like that. We didn't, most counties want to tax a above ground pool. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that is worth nothing. So we're not going to value that. It's just crazy things. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So, you know,
no.
just kind of hold that assessor to the fire and maybe someone else will run against him or her. I don't know if they're not willing to listen.
Meaning, oh yeah, I'm going to be campaigning against her. I don't want her job because people have suggested is a strong.
It is hard. It is a hard
Yeah,
job to be the
I,
assessor. You are definitely doing something that most people don't like. So it's hard to make them happy. But and I don't mean any will against her. I don't know who it is. I can't remember who Logan County assessor is. Hopefully, she's doing a she's listening to the people, and if not, she will.
No, I don't think she is. I think she's upset a lot of people. And from my knowledge, a lot of people have been up at the governor's office because when I went, he said, well, it wasn't him I talked to. It was one of it was the analyst, which I thought was interesting. Why they would give me an analyst to talk
Oh,
to.
sorry.
But he didn't have, I mean, he just I kept emailing, trying to follow up. I filled out the paperwork, just nothing, just nothing. But he said I wasn't the only one coming up there.
Wow.
And my question is, if you got rid of the grocery tax, why are you out on my farm taxing me for my own groceries?
Right.
And he goes,
oh shoot.
Oh wow, that's a good question. And I said, yeah. So I have a lot of questions. I'm very angry with what's going on in our country. I'm angry with what's going on in our state. I don't like the green energy scam. I don't
Yep.
like I don't like how I like the fact that you were willing to come on and to talk to the people because that's what most people in office should be available. I have not been able to get past legislators like Langford or Mark Wayne Mullen, any of those, to even contact you back to respond to issues. You get a generic email that's not even to you. It's just a broad spectrum generic email like leave me alone. Or a letter basically pushing you to the side, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
So it is very refreshing, to talk to you and for people to actually see that there are legislators that are actually willing to talk to their constituents or people in their area or even people in Oklahoma, because my channel, there's a lot of people that are going live at different times. So a lot of people will catch this on the replay. And there are a lot of Oklahoma channels in the chat now. There are a lot of Oklahoma channels that are not in the chat right now, but I'm friends with a great amount of them. And I think a lot of us are just frustrated. And I think a lot of live streams have been discussed about the things going on. So this is really good that you are here to help us.
Anytime I can, and it like I said, my freshman class I think is a lot like me, or several of them are a lot like me, and we need more. So send reinforcements if you know anyone that wants this job. And I mean, it is a lot, but I want to do it. So
I'm glad you do, and I'm so glad you are here. I really appreciate your time. I really truly do. I may have some questions in the future, so I may have to holler at you, but I don't want to drive you crazy.
you're fine. That's fine.
Especially on the property tax issues and
Yeah.
So. But I'm in a group of live streamers that we are Framily Night, which is kind of cute. There's several channels that go live at different times tonight. And so the next channel is MT Homestead, and they are actually in Oklahoma, and he's a veteran. He was in here earlier, but he leaves early to get ready for his live streams.
Sure.
A lot of them will catch the replay and stuff, so you might.
Well, great.
Get a lot of people that have a lot of questions that might have to hit you up later.
Okay, you can find me on a lot of social medias. Look me on. I check all of my Twitter and my Facebook regularly, and then of course my Senate website. My EA is incredible. She's a wealth of knowledge, and she wants to serve just like me. That's why she's there. So between both of us, we can get an answer for most people.
That is awesome. So everybody, just feel free to contact her and.
And my last name is Sacchieri. Most people do not know how to say my name. So Sacchieri, I do appreciate anyone that wants to try to get that one.
I knew that Connie had told me about you, and I said, well, do you think because I told her, I said, we need people to come on my channel to talk about issues going on in Oklahoma. I said, I'm willing to have people on. She's like, well, I'll get the word out. And so I was like, thank you so much. So,
Oh yeah, because there's a lot of fight coming. So I hope she can get some. I know she can get some more for you that want to speak.
yeah. Well, thank you so very much. And I hope you have a very blessed night. And I greatly appreciate you coming on.
Same. Thanks for doing this. Keep up the fight and holler anytime.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Well, everybody, that was so neat to have her on. I hope she did answer some questions. I know that there was a big grassroots movement that vetted these people and that they all got together and tried to get people into office that really wanted to make a difference and care about our country and our state. And definitely pray for her. Because she is in a house full of there's a lot of new folks in there and they are fighting on our behalf, and then we had vetted them and we had voted them in. So the grassroots movement was a movement across the entire state of Oklahoma, and what we did was we vetted these people and we voted them in and we asked them to be accountable and to fight. So some of them have committed to not taking any money and that they really want to fight. So, um, and then there are people that are going to be sitting at the Capitol to watch where the dark money is going. But anyway, oh, have fun in nature. No worries. It's whenever you can get here. But MT Homestead is going live here in a few minutes. So I definitely wanted to just say that yes, thank you, Minty, Cactus, and everybody that's coming in. You can watch the replay if you want to just watch the part where she came in. There's a lot going on in Oklahoma, and I'm concerned about it. And there's a lot of stuff that's not just in Oklahoma, but it's the same kind of movement that's going nationwide. So, if you have any questions for her, yeah, there are some accountable politicians. There are people that are going into office. People have pushed me to run for something, but I said no. I really don't want to do it. Hello, Charles. Welcome in. I'm just getting ready to end the stream to go to MT Homestead's live stream. But if you want to catch the replay, I invited a senator to talk to us and share some things that in Oklahoma we are fighting about, because I believe it's a nationwide problem. So, the government. But thank you so much for being here, guys. If you guys want to definitely catch the replay, and let's head over to MT Homestead. Um, and that way we can get into his live stream as well. And then after that is the Vineyard Farmhouse, and then after that is Old Man King Homestead. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I will have to add some stuff in, and I will add some more information into the my Facebook. That way, people can get on the fake book. I know it's a necessary evil, but anyway, if you have any questions or you want me, hey Brian, hello. I saw you in here. I was trying to watch the chat, but pay attention, and because I felt like her time is very, very important. And we gotta go. I wish this one's a stream where we could run for a while longer, but um, you guys head on over to MT Homestead. Thank you so much for being here, and God bless you guys. Take care. Thank you for the raid, Michael's Adventures. I need a drink. All right, take care.